Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back my channel, The Learning Destinations. I'm your host Avinash. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. So guys, today I come up with a very interesting topic, and the topic is how we can integrate the AWS Cloud with the Dynatrace. Guys, as we know that Dynatrace is one of the most powerful AI-based monitoring platform which gives us the facility to monitor infrastructure as well as the application. So under these sessions, we are going to watch that what kind of AWS resources we can track, we can monitor under the Dynatrace. Okay, so this topic is going to be a very interesting topic. So stay with me, stay with this sessions and enjoy this.
Once again, welcome back. So now I'm moving towards the sessions. But before I move, I would like to request everyone, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, then please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon as well. So let's first focus on the agenda. So today's agenda is we are going one by one. So firstly, we will understand that what is Dynatrace, where we will see the explanations. Then after that, we are going to understand that how exactly the Dynatrace works, and that we are going to understand through the architecture diagram. After that, we are going through the process where I'm going to integrate the AWS Cloud with the Dynatrace, and what are the process required in order to achieve that one that we are going to discuss. So you can see on the screen, we need to create one IAM policy and the user, so we can later attach that policy to that user. And finally, we will configure the AWS Cloud into Dynatrace. So these are the agenda. Hey guys, so now I'm running through the definitions of the Dynatrace. Now I'm going to explain what is Dynatrace. So Dynatrace is a full stack monitoring platform which detects automatically everything in your environment. All you need to do is to install one agent on host machine. Guys, here if you notice, I have used a term called full stack monitoring. And why I am calling so? Because of its multiple versatility. Using the Dynatrace, you not only monitor the infrastructure, but you can also deeply dive monitoring of your applications. It could be so much deep that even you can check the quality of the code, and accordingly you can enhance the performance of your applications. You can work on latency and response time of your application. And that is why we are saying that it's a complete package of the monitoring, and that's the reason that we are saying is full stack monitoring. Using the Dynatrace, you can also calculate and see SLA, SLO, and where by measuring these things, you can easily calculate the breaches of the agreement that you have committed for the SLA and the SLO. Now next is the AI and automation feature helps you to monitor, optimize the application's performance, development and security, IT infrastructure and user experience for business and government agencies throughout the world. Hey guys, so now I am taking you through this architecture diagram where we are going to closely understand that how exactly the Dynatrace works. So this is the step one, and this steps is specifically reserved for the AWS cloud integration with the Dynatrace. It means that under the AWS, you may have multiple resources, maybe EC2 instances, it may be Lambda functions, DynamoDB, any other RDS, or any other resources like S3 bucket. So once you configure through this method, you will be able to monitor all your AWS resources in the Dynatrace. Okay, then how we can integrate? Now I'm going to explain this process. So all you need to define one IAM policy. Okay, and this policy is already predefined that we can find on the Dynatrace website. The link I'm going to share under the descriptions, and also under these sessions we are going to see that policy, and which is already predefined. So we will copy that policy from here. We will create one policy under the IAM, and after that we need to create one user along with the access key and secret key, and then we are going to attach that particular policy to that user. Now we will return on the Dynatrace, and then Dynatrace through we need this particular user that we had created previously. We will configure, and we need the access key and secret key as well. The moment when we have done so, after that the Dynatrace will start pulling the matrix, the monitoring matrix from this AWS resources to here. Okay, and whatever the resources you have created, whether it's a lambda functions, whether it's a EC2 or S3 bucket, it means that under this environment, whatever the resources you have created, you will be able to see, or you will be able to monitor under this Dynatrace UI console. Okay, so this is the cloud based. We have where one web based UI consoles as well, right, where we can configure the customized dashboard as well as the default dashboard is also there. So we are going, so under this sections, under this sessions, I'm going to cover only this part. And since I'm running the series of the complete Dynatrace, so in the next part I'm going to cover on a specific host basis how you can monitor through the Dynatrace. But that architecture diagram we can discuss in the next slide. But as of now, I hope you understand this architecture means in a nutshell. I can say that using this architecture you can monitor all the resources which is present under this AWS cloud. You can monitor each and every resources to the Dynatrace. Okay guys, so in my previous slide I was mostly dealing and I was mostly showing you the way that how we can completely integrate the AWS cloud with the Dynatrace. However, at this present slide I'm going to explain you the way on the applications level connectivity. It means that let's suppose that this is one of the host EC2 machines and there is a one web based application is running on. Okay, now you want to integrate or you want to monitor these applications through the Dynatrace, that how you can do that. Okay, so in order to do that you need to require to install one agent. This is the Dynatrace agent that you need to install on this EC2 machines, and after that the magic happens. What the magic happens, the Dynatrace will start using the AI. The Dynatrace will start pulling all this application metrics, and that you can find it or you can check it on the web-based UI console under the Dynatrace. Okay, so what kind of metrics we are going to see over here, guys? It will be very in depth. Like you are going to see the response time of your applications, you are going to see the latency, you are going to, if there is any service failure, that you can track it down in leaf and spine structure. Then apart from it, like you can see the complete service flow, that let's suppose that this web applications had different features. So let's suppose that this is one of the traveling website, right? So when you book some places, then after that you do the payments, and then payment, whether it's a success or failure, then you get the confirmation, right? So there are different phases in the process, right? So you are going to understand and you are going to see the complete flow of your applications and how they correlate to each other, right? Then after that you can also check the quality of your applications, and that's how you can enhance the quality of your code. So there are various monitoring, in-depth monitoring you can do through the Dynatrace. Okay, so hope you measure now what is the difference in my previous slide and this slide. So guys, the previous slide was showing the way that how we can integrate the complete AWS cloud to the Dynatrace. However, this one is specific on the applications level. Okay, so since I am running the series of the complete Dynatrace, so these solutions I am going to cover in my next session. So if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, then subscribe it and be updated. So whenever the next time when I release this tutorial, you will be get updated. And under this particular sessions, I'm going to show you the practically the previous slide. It means that I'm going to show you the way that how we can integrate the complete AWS cloud to the Dynatrace. Hey guys, so if you remember in my previous slide, I was talking about the service flow. So this is such kind of infrastructure, or this is such kind of leaf and spine structure that you can track it through the Dynatrace. Okay, so this is moreover on the software level. So here you can see that this is my data center. Then after that, this is one of the EC2 instances. Okay, then there is a Tomcat server, then there is a Apache server, then there is like a MySQL database, then there is a Java, then there is another virtual machine. So you can track it down the complete flow. Okay, so this is from moreover like the software perspective, but apart from that, you can also track through the Dynatrace the complete flow of through the services base. It means that let me give you one example. So likewise, I told you in my previous slide. So let's suppose it is some kind of travel website. Okay. So travel website may have multiple process while booking any locations, right? So first you choose the destinations where you want to go, then you choose the date, then you do the payment processing, then it confirms, right? So services, if you see like the locations, then payment processing, then confirmation, something like that, right? So in such a way you can also see the complete service flow under the Dynatrace. Okay, so there are two things you can see in a service flow. One, from the software perspective, that you can see in my screen right now that I have shown you, and secondly the service flow. So probably in depth I am going to cover in my next lecture. Okay, so you will be updated with that one also. But under this sessions I am going to only show you the way that how we can integrate the AWS cloud with the Dynatrace. Okay, so far now this is only the theoretical part. Now I am moving towards the practical sessions.
Okay guys, so now I believe that you have complete understanding over the principles of Dynatrace and how it works. So now let's proceed for the practical
Okay
sessions.
guys, so now I am taking you through the practical sessions. So likewise, I said that firstly we need to create the policy. So I am moving in IAM sections. I think it's a bit slow today. The internet is taking a quite bit longer time. Okay, then we move to the policy sections. Let me refresh it. So I am under the policy sections, and as I told you that there is a already predefined policy. Don't worry, I am going to share this links under the descriptions. You can take it from there. Okay, so it's a predefined policy. I just copy it. Sorry, I say create policy. I go in JSON format. System is quite slow, not sure if net is quite slow today. Okay, and I say next. Next review. Here I need to give the name, and I'm going to give it the name, this one. Let me tell you name, it could be anything. Okay, but I'm going to give it the specific name, this one. It's up to you, whatever you want, you can just give it the name and say create policy. Okay, so policy is created. Maybe we can check here. So you see the policy is created. Now we need to create one user, and I'm going to say add user, and I'm going to give it the name Dynatrace only, and then we need the access key and secret key as well. Then we need to attach that policy that we have created. Next review, create user. Just download this one. We need this access key and secret key. Okay, perfect. Now let's move to the Dynatrace and we will configure there these access keys. So now I'm going to log in into the Dynatrace. Guys, let me tell you, there is a free trial account. You can create Dynatrace for 15 days and there is no credit card needed. So you can easily create and just go ahead and play around it. Okay, so that's what I did. So I'm going to log in inside that. I think net is quite slow today. Okay, perfect. So now in order to, so let me scratch this one. And as of now, AWS, there is nothing, no, and in dashboard also, there is no dashboard. Okay, so in order to integrate, you need to go to setting. Then we need to go to cloud and virtualizations here. It is still getting loaded. Cloud and virtualizations, AWS. Then connect new instance. I can give the name Dynatrace monitoring, and yeah, key based. Let's keep it as default, the key based. And we need the access key and secret key. So probably if you remember that we have already created it and I have downloaded it, right? So let's open this one. So this is the access key. Let me copy it. And then we require the secret key as well. And this one will be the same default, monitor all resources. That is okay. We say connect. And now it will take some time. It is now syncing with the AWS. Okay, perfect. So now you can see that it is successfully connected with this AWS account. Now let me show you the complete infrastructure. Okay, so now we can go into infrastructure, AWS, and you see this is the one which we have created, the instance under the Dynatrace. So we click here. Okay, so now it is showing that there is none of the resources is available. Why it is showing? If you see last 7 days, but let me sync here last 30 minutes. So it will take some time to pull the data. Maybe I can pause the video and then we'll get back. Okay guys, now so you can see that here under my there is a one instance is showing under EC2. Okay, so let's check that. So I am going under the EC2 services. Let's go to instance running here. I think I haven't yet started the instance. Oh, sorry. I need to go in Singapore region. So here you can see that one of the EC2 instance by the name DevOps is already running. Okay, so that is what it is showing here. One EC2 instance is running. Okay, then there is a one EVS volume which is attached to this one instances. Okay, so here you can see it is under the Asia Pacific Southeast 1A, and this is the same. Let me show you. For Singapore, it's the Asia Pacific Southeast 1, the same zone, right? Then you can check the somewhere the EC2 instance name as well. Low support. Okay. Oh, let me go to AWS. Probably you can get it here under the host. Here you can see that one of the same EC2 instances here, and this is the same name DevOps, that you can find the DevOps same name here. Okay, so guys, okay, let me get back on the AWS itself, and let me tell you one more thing which I wanted to highlight. Okay, so as of now, what I told you, that under the environment, whatever the resources is exist, you can see in one shot. So here you can see there is a one EC2 instance is created. There is a no load balancers, no database, nothing is created, no lambda functions, right? And then only the one EC2 instance is running, that is showing. So in the single shot, you can track, you can see all the resources that you have created under the single environment. Okay, so this is the meaning of when you sync your AWS cloud to the Dynatrace. So this is what I wanted to show you. However, now I'm just giving you one glimpse of, if you remember how the services flow was running and when I was explaining it. So now I'm going to show you one glimpse of, but remember this, it will be a separate topic that I will be covering in my upcoming sessions, not under this. Under this sessions, I wanted to show you only these things, that how the AWS cloud you can sync with the Dynatrace. Okay guys, so before I proceed to show you the particular applications flow, I want to show you one more thing. So under the host sections, right, this is the EC2 instance that is currently exist under my AWS account. So click over there. I wanted to show you the log metrics that you can track it through the Dynatrace. So here you can see firstly the infrastructure side, the mainly it is covering the CPU, memory, then it will give you the overview that what's the percentage of the CPU, how much the memory utilizations, the disk, how many network interface card is there, right? So there is a one NIC card is there. Then it gives you all the log metrics, right? So that each and everything you can track it from there. Simultaneously, it is also showing you that whatever what are the process that is running currently on this node. So guys, on this particular EC2 instance, there is a one web application is running on, that is called the EG Travel, and you can see the IP range as well, right? So the same IP range you can verify. So there is a one application is already running on, that's why it is also showing all the processes, whatever the process it is running on this EC2 instance, that it is showing as well here. Let me take you there. Okay, so yeah, so not only you are getting the infrastructure matrix, the monitoring, as well as you are getting the process, the application process, applications monitoring as well. Okay, now specifically you want to track it down the applications, that I also will show you. Okay, so you can go to web, and there is this one, my web applications. This one I have already configured. Remember guys, don't worry, This one I will cover in my next sections. Okay, so you can see there is a two services running on. So you click here the services, and here you see the view service flow. So you can click here, and then this one, guys, I was talking about. Okay, so let me minimize this one. So you see the complete process here. So you see how it is showing in the leaf and spine structure. So this web launcher, then it is going with the configuration service. Then there is another service, request on localhost, how it is reaching. Then finally how the booking happens. So it is giving you the complete flow. Now this flow you can utilize as a service mapping, that which services dependent on what services, and you can correlate the each other services. Okay, so this is one of the way that you can track in depth the applications monitoring, right? The second way I also want to show you from the software perspective. Let me increase the font size. Okay, so from here I can go here, and then there is a view called Smart Escape View, and you click on the data center, click here, now let me reduce. Now you see the flow, guys. This one I was talking about. So not only you can see the previously I have shown you the service flow, the application service flow. Now this is the, you can say, the complete infrastructure or software perspective flow. So there is a data center, then on top of that there is a EC2 instance which we called host. On host there is a different services running on, like Apache web server, this is Go language applications, there is a servlet server, Tomcat, and then there are different processes is running on. So again the wave request is happening through and reaching ultimately to the application through the servlet server. Okay, then there is a Java as well installed, right? Then this process is like credit card validations, RPC, remote procedure call services, right? So we are tracking the service flow as well as we are tracking the flow of completely through the software as well. Okay, so this I'm going to cover it in depth in my upcoming session, so don't worry on that point of view. Okay, so I hope you clearly understand that how AWS Cloud can be integrated with the Dynatrace and what's its advantage and what kind of resources we can monitor it. Hey guys, that's all for this sessions. I hope you really enjoyed these sessions. If you have any questions, just write me in the comment sections and I will answer it there. So I will see you with some more interesting topic in my next session. And one more request, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, then please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon as well. So thank you so much for watching it. I will see you in my next tutorial. Till the time, take care. Thank you so much for watching this.